Okay, I was going to give you an introduction and show you some of the things that I have set up in my Google Classroom. This year is the first year that our technology department has actually imported all of the students from Skyward, our gradebook program, into the Google Classroom, so I didn't have to create anything. I did change the backgrounds just a little bit in biology. I made it kind of more genetics with some P's there. So I do teach 4 sections of biology, and then I teach 2 sections of anatomy and physiology, and I did change my background on there to look like human bodies or whatever. I do sponsor student council, and so I do have a classroom with that. Because it auto-generated classrooms for me, I have 3 teacher aides, and it also generated 3 teacher aide classrooms as well. I probably need to delete those because I actually don't communicate with my students through the Google Classroom with my teacher aides. I do have an advisory class. I have an advisory of students that are juniors. Our school counselor has the graduating class of 2022 here, so she makes some announcements in there. Our principal, Mrs. Cowell, has a blended faculty blended Google Classroom for teachers that we honestly used last year when we went hybrid for COVID, and I kind of wish she would delete that so that wouldn't show up in my feed anymore. I'm also a sponsor of GSA, which is our Gender Sexuality Alliance Kids, and then the other biology teacher is Mrs. Bartle, and I am a co-teacher of her 4 classrooms in Google Classroom because she actually had COVID at the beginning of the school year. Probably shouldn't have told you that, HIPAA, but she added me as a teacher to her classrooms in case I needed to get in there and see anything while she was absent. But in my biology classroom, I do create things by topics, chapter 17, chapter 18, and this was the first activity that I made my 3 little videos over, the Thinking as a Scientist Thinks. One of the things that you said in your videos, though, in the topics was to make sure to maybe don't just label them chapter 1, chapter 4, instead say what they're about. And so I went through in my anatomy class and I did change that, and then I'll start creating in biology. I'll go ahead and start labeling what the chapters are about to help the students, because I know what all the chapters are by number, but of course the students probably don't. So thank you for that tip on that. I don't usually save the assignments from one year to another. I know I can import things from previous years, but truth be told, we have a brand new science curriculum this year, so everything I'm creating is pretty much brand new, and so I will make sure and save my classroom stuff from here and probably be importing things for next school year in that. So I'm trying to think. Oh, I do have my own YouTube channel already through the school, and I don't think I use Screencast-O-Man. I can't remember the other name of the streaming service that I use to record myself, but you can see here I do have a lot of videos that I did do last year. I know I paid for something, but I let the thing expire. But anyway, if there's anything else that you wanted me to do on this 3rd video that was a little bit longer, let me know. I wasn't 100% clear what you wanted me to do, but I'll be happy to go back and redo it if this is not sufficient. Thanks a bunch for all the videos. I appreciate it.